This is played in the Caro-Kann. So it begins with e4, pawn c6, and then we're going to go like so, pawn to d5. The main move it played is pawn to e5. You also have knight to c3, and if you wanted to, you could also like take this way, and then knight to d2 is another move. Then he's going to go with knight to c3, takes, knight to f6, and then now we go grabs. So we're going to try to like put the queen out here, bishop like this, pawns over here, knight's going to go to e2. So after this right here, pawn to c3, now they're going to go bishop here, and then we go like so, castles, and then we're going to go here immediately. Queen to h5, threatening checkmate. Can't just go like this, pawn to f5. So actually going this way would be better than g6. So he has to meet this threat, right? We have this checkmate threat. If he goes like this, okay, game over. And so he goes g6, a very natural looking move, but the trickier pawn to f5 would actually be a little bit better. And so why is that the case? Again, the game continued like this. Why should black actually have gone here? The reason being that when you go pawn to g6, then you kind of create a couple of dark square weaknesses. And so the queen can kind of like push right through there, and it's going to be a recurring source of problems for black throughout the remainder of this game, is having this dark color square complex of weak squares. Now we're going to go and move the queen. We're going to go this way, and now he goes pawn to c5, which is a question mark move. He says, fundamentally inappropriate since white is stronger on the queen side and in particular has a firm hold on d4. Black should have left any operations on the queen's wing to white and instead prepared for pawn f5 and sending his knight on over this way. That would have been the correct plan. So after here, now we have a chance to get a swashbuckling, amazingly decisive attack. So are we going to go to f3 or e2 with the knight? Which one makes more sense? That's the answer I was looking for. Knight e2 to block checks. But then it's like, where do you go next? If you go here, you have potential to go this way or this way, and then maybe from there you can go to f5 or h5 going. So after this, knight to c6, and now we're going to sling this bishop on over this way, and he goes pawn to f5. And so after this, should we take the rook? What do you think? Block with the bishop. Yep, exactly. So you don't want to take the queen. If you do that, that's going to nullify attacking chances. But you do bishop to g5, and then you block the attack right here. It's fitting. You're still controlling all of these dark square color complex. Queen comes this way to b6, and then now we're going to castle. And we say, yeah, you want this this pawn? Go for it. You can take that pawn. We're going to rock him, sock him this way. So he goes, well, I don't really want to do that. So you're going to take right here, and then we're going to take on back, and now he's going to go rook here to e8. In the game, he goes with a move rook to e8. Okay, so after this right here, we're going to go with bishop to c4. Okay, so we're going to go like this, and then we're lining up an attack against the f7 pawn, and in some situations, this pawn is also not going to be able to protect g6, and so we can like capture that guy, and so it's a great spot for our bishop. So there's also a big threat right off the bat. Okay, so he's going to go pawn here to h5, and then now what do you do? In the game, he goes here, which was not the best move. What do you think you should have done instead? So bishop to f6 is a great suggestion. So yeah, that would have been the move right there. Just the simple and straightforward bishop to f6, and then we're going to just kind of slither in this way. Now, as it turns out, there's a ton of interesting lines that could happen. We won't get into all the like nooks and crannies of what could arise, but let's just look at the most basic continuation for black, right? They can go like this, and then now they have this pin, and so it seems to be slowing us down a little bit, right? Well, we could just go here. And then after this, and then bishop takes, now we go here check. Cool. And then we're crashing right through. He's toast. This game over. There's a ton of different interesting moves, though. Like, he goes like this, rook to e1. The rook does come down this way. We go knight to f4, immediately contesting that e file. Queen takes here on d4. We go grabs this way, thinning out their attack along the fourth rank. And then f takes e4, a mistake. And now we have a very exciting, very fanciful move from the fight. So knight's going to take this way, and we go queen to g3, a dazzling, very fanciful little move right here. Queen to g3 is just great, because if they take this way, we're going to go here for checkmate, game over. So in the game, he goes like this, bishop to g4. Rook g1, get out of here. You're going to capture your own king? Rook c1. The thing is, if you go right here, then oops, we lost our queen. So we do have this big threat happening here. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take the bishop with our rook, and then after this, then they're gonna go knight to d3. Oh boy, things are a mess. Things are pretty wonky. Why didn't he just go like this? Why didn't he take here? Right, we were down a piece. It's a really exciting moment. It's really, really cool stuff happening here. After this, we'd go like this, queen to f4. So see, going all the way back to that earlier question I asked you guys about why he should have gone f5 instead of g6, he created some long-term weaknesses. After knight to d3, black's like, I'm not down and out yet. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to like maybe hang on. Well, now we're going to take the knight. This goes, and then he goes here, so he's got like a counterattack of his own. We bring this guy back. Rook to c8, lining up a big threat. Yeah, if we do nothing like here, we are toast. We're toast. It's game over. Black can win. Yeah, queen takes f1, exactly. So takes right here, this comes back, and then we'd be the ones getting checkmated. Yikes. Well, we don't want that to happen. So how do we meet this threat? Well, we're going to do it like this. We're going to go pawn here to h3. But now, wait a second. After they take, and then we just take back, we get mated anyway, right? Well, the thing is, we're going to go this way to h2. See, so again, if we take this way, we get checkmated. So white plays h3 and just makes the plan to just, move the king over to the side. And so then we look at the material and we go, well, okay, yeah, I guess material is just about even. Bishop, bishop, rook, rook, queen, queen. And we're just down by one pawn, but we have this humongous counter threat here. We're going to try to get to g7. The only thing in our way is this bishop on g4. Well, it's currently being ejected by this pawn here on h3. So black's really the one that's in trouble here, not white. So this queen comes over this way to c1. We're, of course, going to grab this way. He's going to take on back, and we're up some points, but the finish was queen takes, and after here, check. Should we go back to g1 and get checkmated? Oh, of course not. We're not going to do this. We're going to march forward. We're actually going to be safer here on g3. And after here, check, pawn to f3, black capitulated. There's just no counterattack to speak of at his disposal, and in fact, white is going to be checkmating next turn. So that's why he gave up right here.